What is going on, guys? Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So listen up. We're going to break down the markets in this one, which earlier in the day, I'm sure you guys saw, we actually covered it in my last video as well. We were in the green for the Russell, the NASDAQ, the S&P, the Dow, and we actually ended up going red on all of these indexes, all of them. In the last pretty much 20-30 minutes of trading is where we saw the big dump off. So we're going to break down the indexes today, and we're going to go over some stocks that I'm looking at and what I'm looking to do overall. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and you might as well get up to 15 stocks for Moo, each up to $2,000. Just use that link down below. Check out the QR code right here, or go to stasurfest.com/Moo. And with that being said, let's dive into it, guys, and break down what's going on as of right now. So check it out. The markets closed about 30 minutes ago, and like I said, in the last 30 minutes of trading is where a lot of the selling came. You guys can see SPY went down 0.2% on the day, down about $1. The NASDAQ went down, let me see, about 0.4%. Let me pull that up and show you guys triple Q. Yeah, 0.4%, down about $1.50 on the day, as the Dow didn't go down that much, but it did go down 30 points, down 0.1% on the day, and we had the Russell down 0.2%. And you can see pretty much the same price action on all of these indexes, right? We opened up slightly in the green, then we consolidated for a good amount of the day, more in the middle of the day, and then we dumped off in the end of the day. You guys can see the Russell went from 2,080 down to about 2,070 at close. The NASDAQ, if I pull up, let's just use triple Q to keep things simple. Triple Q, if this wants to work, come on, there we go. Triple Q ended up going from, oh my gosh, this thing is glitching right now. There we go. Come on, guys. Jeez. Yeah, triple Q went from 445.90 to about, where'd it close at? 443.30, you guys can see. So we did see a decent dump off there after consolidating for a couple of hours. And SPY went from, let me show you guys this. Let's see. SPY went from around 520.70 down to about 518.80. And now you guys can see on the 20-day chart, we're pretty much at the 180-day moving average. And you guys can see that on triple Q as well, right around 441, 442, right by the 180 SMA. So this is going to be a very interesting spot moving forward for the bulls, right? Do we get buyers to come in here, or do we come down a little bit more, maybe another couple bucks on triple Q SPY? What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And when it comes to the VIX, it was pretty flat today, nothing much. 0.4% green day for the VIX. Looks like the metals, gold pretty much broke even. Silver went down 1.3%. So silver's got to get out of that $25 an ounce level, which it keeps struggling, man. It seems like every time it gets to the mid-20s, it just fails to break out. What the heck is going on with that? I mean, look, you guys can see right here we're failing in the mid-20s. Back in December, back in August, back in July, you name it. We failed there time and time again, so silver's got to get out of there. And, of course, even before that, we were failing in the mid-20s on the 3-year chart. You guys can see for years now we've been failing there, but we do have an inverse head and shoulders forming, which definitely is worth watching here on silver. You guys can see that right here. Not the best looking one, but either way, you guys get the point. So watch out for, maybe a breakout on silver. And when it comes to oil, what did oil do today, guys? /CL. Oil, if it wants to work. Man, this thing is glitching today. I don't know. It's super laggy. But oil is up, or it went up on the day, or actually down 0.8%. But it is starting to break trend. One thing worth mentioning is the bulls are gaining control here on oil, and that's been the case for quite some time, right? Oil got down to 67 a barrel back in December, and it's been climbing ever since, and I personally suspect that to continue heading into the summer, kind of like what we saw last year, and we see this all the time, right? Last year, oil went from, in the middle of July, let's just say, for example, went from 74 a barrel all the way to 95 a barrel by the end of September. Then we sold off, and now we're starting to rebound again. So personally, guys, we might as well just dive into the stocks that I'm watching right now. I am looking heavily at energy stocks, right? And you guys know I've been buying XLE for quite some time, which, if I pull this up, this is an energy ETF, and this is really looking good. It's been breaking out here on the 4-hour chart. You guys probably remember I was pounding the table. I was screaming, XLE, I'm buying, when it was in the low mid 80s. And I've owned this for years at this point. So I was adding more in the low mid 80s. And this is one that I've owned, from the 60s, the 70s, right? Dollar range. So yeah, now we're breaking out to the 90s. And to be honest, I feel like we're going to 100 plus. I could be wrong. I'm not saying this financial advice. I'm not telling you guys to go buy this or do anything. But I think XLE is going to 100 plus. And that's why I've been buying it and I've been owning it for years. And, it spits a nice dividend off, right? I think it's like a 4% dividend, 3%. I don't even know. I'm not in it for the dividend yield, but yeah, that's kind of like the cherry on top. So XLE Energy ETF, which of course, this is comprised of stocks like ExxonMobil, XOM, which has been breaking out, stocks like CVX, which is Chevron, that's slowly breaking out, not as nice looking on the charts as ExxonMobil, but either way, those are a couple that I'm watching very, very closely right now, and might as well look at SLV as well for that silver breakout. If we do get silver, at some point, maybe, who knows if it ever happens, but if we get silver above the mid-20s, SLV is essentially a ETF that tracks the price of silver, and that's kind of the way I'm looking to play that. So I'm watching SLV in the very short term here, and guys, we're slowly wrapping up March, and before you know it, earnings season is going to be here. And you guys probably know in April, we have a lot of companies set to report earnings, more in the middle towards the end of April. We've covered a couple already. Tesla's a big one, which we do have an inverse head and shoulders right now forming on the 4-hour chart, so keep that in mind in the very short term here. So maybe a rally could be around the corner for Tesla, as it did go up 3% on the day. Pretty good day overall for Tesla. So let's see if we can break out of the 180 SMA resistance here on the 4-hour chart, which, mind you, we got rejected there today. But let's see if we can, retest that and maybe break out. So let me set my alert at 185. Mark is at or above here on Tesla, kind of for, just a quick trade in this window right here. So we can see maybe if that plays out. So that's TSLA. And we also have other big tech companies. Google, I believe, is in April. That's a big one that I own. Watching it very closely. Apple might be. What's the exact date on Apple? We don't know that one yet, but yeah, they might be a bit later. They might be in May. But yeah, Microsoft is usually right around Google, so they're probably the same day as Google. But yeah, guys, March is wrapping up. April's right around the corner, and there's a lot of things to look forward to. And let me actually do an analysis on ARM Holdings very quickly, as this one is getting pretty beaten down today. It actually went down 7.5% on the day, and we can see now we're right at the 180 moving average. We're actually at a huge support here on the stock, right at about 123 to about 128, that general range. Big spot for ARM Holdings. So let's see if we can maybe rebound on this back over 130, maybe for a play towards 150. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And of course, get your free stocks from Moomoo, up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000. Just use that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. Once you open up your account and fund it with at least $100, you get 5 stocks, and fund it with at least $1,000, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks, and each of those could be valued up to $2,000. So get on it, guys. What are you waiting for? Use that link down below. Check out the QR code right here, or go to StockSurfest.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys later.